I saw this article. It was really interesting. Is the best and worst Super Bowl winning teams of all time based on DVOA ratings. And so, remember, that's the...
Well, then maybe the 92 Cowboys are going to be high.
I was going to say the 94 Cowboys are the best team that I saw that didn't win the Super Bowl.
That is true.
And they didn't play that year.
These are for teams that did win the Super Bowl, though. So, do you want to start with the best or the worst Super Bowl winning team?
Let's go with the best Super Bowl winning teams.
All right. The best Super Bowl winning team of all time. And I want you guys to all remember that
I'm just going to assume possibly, can I take a guess? Yeah. The 49ers that beat Denver by 1,000,000 points?
That team is number 3.
That was 89?
So, that's a good guess. Yes, correct.
Steelers.
I don't remember them blowing out a team in the Super Bowl.
No, the Steelers are actually not very prominently featured on those. They have their 75 team is number 8.
Chicago Bears against New England Patriots?
Which Chicago Bears team would that be? Let's see.
85?
If only I had some catchy bit of audio to really point out what that team was all about.
Do we?
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know it's good.
Oh my God.
Blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just
remember this song, Corey?
For everyone, we're not here.
I didn't like this song then.
We're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
I don't like it now.
They
Poor song.
are number 2
That was rap back in the mid-'80s.
on the list.
Deal with it.
It was weak.
We didn't have Cool Mo D yet rocking it.
Well, and also that was players from the Bears. So
Yeah.
I don't think you could expect them to be spitting it like Run DMC or anything like that.
My name's Jim McMahon. I wear a jock strap to make funny things go in the weight room.
That cannot be the proper lyric.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm just thinking about what he did when he was with Brian Broaddus in the Green Bay Packers.
So number 2, the 85 Bears. Number 3,
So I got 2 and 3.
the 89 49ers.
Son of a gun. Who am I missing? I mean, I have the Cowboys 92 team winning 52-17 as a top 5. So I'll guess
Is that
them.
your answer? In case you forgot what that sounded like, let's go back to the audio. Don't worry, it's not so.
2 away. And he'll go behind 2 and A, but it's Aikman with the ball, and he's going deep. Harper wide open, touchdown. His first catch of the day. Alvin Harper from Tennessee.
The 1992 Dallas Cowboys, which I believe is the greatest football team. That's the greatest football team I've ever seen. They are number 5.
The New York Giants who beat the New England Patriots undefeated.
I don't think so. I think that Patriots team might be the best worst team, the best team that lost.
That didn't win, yeah.
But
I honestly am drawing a blank on. I mean, I know that Washington blew out Denver in the Super Bowl.
it looked how many. So all the teams so far, Kevin, have been 90s teams.
No, 85
Okay, the
Bears,
85
89
Bears.
49ers.
But
The 90s teams, I feel like were all like really
all
good
of
teams.
the teams in the top 5 are from the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
I mean, San Francisco, after beating the Cowboys, blew out it felt like the expansion San Diego Chargers in the Super Bowl
This is a team that
with Jay Humphries or whatever his name was, his quarterback.
this is Stan Humphries.
Stan Humphries. I think Jay Humphries was a basketball player in the 80s.
This is a team that hardcore football fans love and think is unbelievable. The 1991 Washington team. So you did reference them. It lost by a field goal to the Cowboys that year after starting out 11-0.
But this is the team that beat Buffalo. 91, they beat Buffalo.
Yes.
Because in 86, 87,
yeah.
they blew out John Elway.
Yeah, they trucked a bunch of teams, if I remember correctly, too.
So this team won games in the regular season against Detroit 45-0, Phoenix 34-0, Philly 23-0, the Falcons 56-17, and they won the Super Bowl over the Bills by 2 touchdowns. And
Mark
at one
Rippon.
And at one point in that game, they were ahead 37-10.
Okay.
So per DVOA, and I hear this all the time, like I love that 92 Cowboys team, but obviously I don't think about the Washington team from the year before. But you hear this all the time from stat people who think this is the best team ever.
Yeah, but what happened on Monday Night Football the next year to start off the season?
They lost.
Yeah, I think Isaac Holt blocked a punt, and it was awesome.
Now,
I got two things. I can't decide. It's because this 90s era, like that just does seem like a dominant era of football, that early 90s time, and the Dolphins. The undefeated Dolphins.
Well, that's 72.
yeah, the Dolphins.
But you said it was in the 90s.
The Dolphins are 23rd on this list.
Wow.
Now, I realize if
They're
you're the
undefeated.
Dolphins, you're like, oh, neat. Your cool stat that nobody knew existed when we were going undefeated.
It's crazy looking at Greasy and his stats. Like, he would throw for like 120 yards.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
it was,
They were just a good team. that
Larry
won.
Zonka and their defense.
So the other team in the top 5 is the 96 Green Bay Packers.
That's
so
the
shout out to Broadus.
yeah.
Here's the thing that, like, you can trust DVOA or you can be like, nah, I watched those seasons. I don't think so. Is they have the 1995 Cowboys 9th and the 1993 Cowboys 25th. Man, I remember when it was going on. I definitely thought that 93 team was better than the 95
Yeah, but they
team.
struggled in the Super Bowl. If we're looking, are we looking at overall their whole season in the playoffs?
Whole deal.
Okay, because I mean the 93 team, they were down at halftime, and then Emmett was like, just give me the ball every play.
Yes,
and they did.
will win.
And then he ran the ball down for a touchdown, and then Buffalo started buffaloing.
They did. But yeah, this takes into account the whole season. I was fascinated. I
Well,
would
the
have thought those
93
two would be
team started
flipped
off 0-2.
with no Emmett.
Right.
And I guess that probably doesn't factor into the DVOA.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I'm sure Choppy will
that's-
tell me that it does.
I mean, honestly, if we're going by that, one of the worst teams has to be the team in 07 that beat our Cowboys that ended up beating the New England. Like, that team didn't seem like a good team.
Ooh.
And they went on a phenomenal run in the playoffs. What they did, and then I think they went to Green Bay and beat Brett Favre, so maybe they're going to get so much credit for beating Dallas.
They did.
Beating Green Bay, beating the undefeated New England Patriots, but that team going into the playoffs didn't look like a very good team.
Believe it or not, this is a different clip just of the same New York Giants team that's pretty close to the worst.
Pressure from Thomas off the edge. Eli Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down the field. It is caught by Tyree. Inside the 25 and a timeout taken.
Okay, yeah, I think maybe that was the 07 Giants. They're 53rd on this list, and the 2011 Giants are 56th on this list of 57. So whenever people are like, oh, Eli's not that great, they were lucky to win the Super Bowl, the DVOA numbers are like, yeah, pretty much.
Worst team to win a Super Bowl.
Well,
Okay.
they
all
said
right.
next to worst team.
Next to worst team.
The worst team, and this will hurt just a little bit.
Dilfer.
That's like, this is where
Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy's.
no, but I do get that. This is where I appreciate what DVOA does now. I just think when you retrofit it to things, I don't know if I believe in it just as much. Like, what's the meme going around right now? All these spare ass pitchers compared to Sandy Koufax who have a better WAR, and they're like, tell me they're better than Sandy Koufax. Is the last team on the list was the 1970 Baltimore Colts, who went 14-2-1 and beat the Cowboys in Super Bowl V.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, man, I don't care about that. You
This
said
is
it
that
hurts a
long
little.
ago.
Yeah, man. Come on, I wasn't there. How could it hurt me?
That's true.
Yeah.
You could have
Like-
had another championship for Tom
I
Landry.
wasn't even a tickle at that point, dude.
Like,
What?
I never felt bad about Wilt Chamberlain doing whatever he did to the Dallas Mavericks in
Yeah.
the 60s.
What? The Dallas Mavericks? They didn't exist. What?
What about the Jets? Remember that
Happening?
most of the Jets teams should be here, right? I feel like all the Jets teams.
Johnny Unitas never hurt me.
Didn't the Jets only win one Super Bowl?
Yeah, all the Jets teams should be the worst, though.
Yeah, but
51st, the
all the
1968
AFL
New
championships.
York Jets, who made the Super Bowl
51st?
matter. Look, I'm not kidding. That's the team that made the Super Bowl matter, because the first two, which were called the crushingly dull AFL NFL championship game, those were blowouts by the Packers. And this game, it was like a 15-point spread. And everyone's like, the Baltimore Colts are going to whip their ass. And this game is stupid. And the AFL is stupid. Then Joe Namath, before he got drunk with Susie Colbert, was like, I guarantee you we're going to win this game. Threw on his fur coat, and they did. So props to them for making the Super Bowl matter and what it is today.
Hey, Mike, look down completely. It does kind of look like Spider-Man's on the screen there, doesn't it? Somebody texted in.
Oh, with the blue and red kind of jacket there going
somebody
on?
had to pay a bet off and dress as Spider-Man today.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing. Would you want to do that, Mike?
Dress as Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I don't think I look good in tight equipment.
It's not the point.
Not a leotard. What do they call that? Spandex. Leotards like it. It's kind of like a leotard.
So there you go.
Is that the whole list?
I mean, we're not going to go
do all 50.
Oh my God, that's too many.
6.
I'll just tell you the bottom 5. The 1970 Baltimore Colts, the 2011 Giants, the 2001 Patriots, the 1987 Washingtons.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
What about the 2023 Dallas Cowboys? Where are they?
Shut up.
We don't know if they've won yet.
Shut up. The 2007 New York Giants. So the Giants have 2 of the worst 5 on that list.